Hello everyone, welcome to Writing Quest. My name is Brendan Pugh, and in today's episode we're going to talk about the Climactic Confrontation. Here we go. Alright, so the Climactic Confrontation essentially is just the end battle of the scene. If you're writing a sci-fi or fantasy, most of the time that's some kind of end battle. Think, Luke Skywalker blowing up Death Star, the final battle at Mordor. That's the Climactic Confrontation, and basically all it is when the hero has gone through all of the stuff of the whole story and they finally know the real thing that they have to do. They finally know the enemy, they finally know what they have to do about the enemy, and they go after it, and they finally stand up to evil and end the story once and for all, essentially. It's a pretty cut and dry moment. That's really all it is, and you can do a lot of things. It's where you start to wrap up some of the plot points here and there. Obviously, they don't all get wrapped up until you get towards the end of the story, but it is where they begin to get wrapped up and you start seeing the end. So for our characters, Ro, Guyan, and Artemis, Ro, this is going to be a big moment for her based on who the commander of the Wraithwalker army is going to be. And she's just lost her mother. She's learning who she is. She's had this moment with Guyan where she realizes, who she wants to be and what she wants to become. And so this is going to be that moment where she finally stands up to evil, and it leads into the victory, which is where we're really going to have, Ro has been developing her powers with her wolf Menzora the whole story, and they've been growing and growing and growing. And so this is where finally all of that comes to a head, and she comes into the fullness of her powers. She, harnesses her power of air that she has, and she has this extra stuff going on, and it's this really big moment where all of a sudden she just feels confident in the moment and steps into her powers to defeat the bad guy. There's going to be an army of Wraithwalkers. They're going to be fighting on the plains of Escaradoth. The wolves and the elves and the humans are all going to be protecting the Evertree. So it's kind of this like do or die Helm's Deep moment where they all clash on the plains of Escaradoth. And so Guyan is going to join the fight. He's injured though, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see what he does. I don't know if he's going to be able to fight fully or if he's going to just command his forces or how that's going to work, but he's going to join the fight, and Artemis will too. I don't know yet exactly about Artemis, because if we remember, he's lost his staff, he lost his powers, and so I've been kind of figuring out how does he, is he going to reforge a staff? Like, is the Evertree going to gift him something? Is he going to find out that he has some access to add magic on his own? I'm not really sure how he's going to fit into the whole thing. I do know he's going to be in a pretty dark place, and so he's not going to be fighting super clean. He's going to get kind of dirty. He's going to maybe do some things that he wish he hadn't done. It's going to be very interesting from the perspective of all three of them. Ro is kind of ascending to the warrior that she's meant to be and the savior of her people. Guyan is going to kind of stay mostly the same, but he is more committed to Ro now than he has ever been. So he's kind of standing up in that sense. And then, of course, Artemis is in this kind of, mental dark place that he doesn't really know what to do yet. So I'm really excited about it. There's really not a whole lot to say about it though, because until you get into the story and start reading it and writing it, that's just what it is. It's the final battle. It's the big moment where everything clashes, the whole, the internal clashes with the external, all the events of the story come together, and you start to figure out who is going to win and who is going to lose. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for joining us on Writing Quest. Click like down below, put a comment in the comments section, let us know what you think, and we will see you next time on Writing Quest. Huzzah!